Hey, it's Alex with alextucker.ca, and today I'm going to talk about the best Canadian web hosting. Now, I'm not going to make a secret about it. The web host that I use and that I recommend is called Web Hosting Canada. I've got an affiliate link to them in the description. I hope that you'll use it if you need web hosting because they really are one of the best web hosts in North America, probably, and certainly the best in Canada, at least in my opinion. So we're going to take a quick look at them. We're going to take a quick look at some of the other web hosts in Canada that are actually Canadian, unlike the ones that most people recommend. So we're not going to be looking at things like GoDaddy or Bluehost or SiteGround because those are not Canadian companies. We're going to be looking at Canadian web hosts that charge in Canadian dollars. And in the case of Web Hosting Canada, they're actually bilingual and have 100% green hosting. So let's take a closer look at that. All right. Now, first, I just want to remind you, please do hit the like and subscribe button if you find this video helpful. That's really helpful to me in growing this channel, so I would really appreciate that. And I also really appreciate it if you use my links to pick up the web hosting that you need, because that lets me know that this is the kind of content that I should be creating in order to continue building my career as an affiliate marketer. So anyways, on to the best Canadian web hosting. Now, again, not going to make a secret about it. I think Web Hosting Canada, who we're looking at right now, is the best Canadian web host. They have a wide variety of services available with really great prices, both initially and on the rebill. They charge in Canadian. They are bilingual. They offer completely Canadian geolocations and green web hosting with eco-friendly energy. They use cPanel and Lightspeed web servers, which are significantly faster than a lot of the competitors that use Apache. And they protect you at the server level, which some web hosts don't, which is frankly kind of nuts. So if you're looking for high quality, cost effective web hosting in Canada, I really recommend going with Web Hosting in Canada. You can grab my affiliate link to them in the description. And if you do use that, I will get a commission. So I appreciate it. Now, on to some of the competitors. Now, I'm not pretending that Web Hosting Canada is the only Canadian web host with a decent service. There are some other good ones, but they're generally just not as cost effective, and they don't have quite the same amount of scalability. So you may have heard of HostPapa. You can check them out at hostpapa.ca. And basically, they are always upselling. Like they're always they always have these deals with like false scarcity running, and they're offering these crazy discounts that don't last very long. And once you get into the back end, like once you say, okay, I want to buy some web hosting. Once you get in there, there's like all these things that don't come included with it. Like, for example, they don't include backups, and Web Hosting Canada includes free backups with their web hosting, with their managed WordPress. I think the only thing they don't include free backups with is if you have your own server, but they provide tools that you can use to set up your own automated backups, or you can use a plugin. It's not a huge deal, but it's a matter of kind of the attitude of the business, I think. And HostPapa is always going to be trying to get more money from you. That's just the way that they run things. They do a lot to get people in the door, and then they charge them more than is necessary for a lower quality product. Like HostPapa, as far as I know, they still use Apache on everything, and that's much, much slower than Lightspeed. and there's just no reason to still be using it. So I don't recommend HostPapa. I recommend Web Hosting Canada. And another of the strong contenders is Fullhost. You can check them out at fullhost.com. They do have very good looking products, but again, it's at a higher starting price point than Web Hosting Canada. It also rebills at a higher price point, and they really don't offer that much more. I think their managed WordPress may be a little bit more robust than Web Hosting Canada's, but they start at $22.50 a month, and Web Hosting Canada starts at $349 a month. I mean, I don't really recommend the WP Go. I more recommend you start at WP Pro. So it starts at $499 a month, and then it rebills at $998 a month, whereas theirs starts at $22.50 a month, and who knows what it even rebills at. Let's see if they... Oh, okay. So yeah, if you pay annually, then it's $22.50 a month, but if you pay monthly, it's $25. Okay, so it's not that bad. But it's still, I mean, that's like more than twice as much as what you pay at Web Hosting Canada, and it's a very similar service. But, you know, they do seem to be pretty, they really seem to know what they're doing. Of course, so does Web Hosting Canada. And these guys, for example, I don't think that they're bilingual. I don't think that they are as mature a company, but they do seem to get it done, and they do, from what I know, charge in Canadian dollars. I believe that they are a Canadian company. Yeah, it says they're set up in Victoria, BC. Web Hosting Canada is set up in Montreal, but they have servers in BC and in Montreal, so they have really good coverage of the entire country. And the last one we're going to take a look at is Dynamic Hosting. You can check them out at dynamichosting.ca. And they are a pretty decent web host. They use a different set of tools than the others. And they are really more geared to their managed hosting, and they provide discounts for I think charitable and nonprofit organizations. So if you're a charitable or a nonprofit organization, then you may want to look at Dynamic Hosting. But otherwise, if you're not a charitable or nonprofit organization, then I really highly recommend Web Hosting Canada. They have really cost-effective services with lots of support. So it's easy to get started, and then when you need to scale, you can scale like crazy. Like they've got everything from, you know, one little managed WordPress website that only costs less than $4 a month, all the way up to dedicated servers that can run like more websites than you could possibly need. So they, you know, whatever the needs of your business, they're going to be able to manage it, and they're going to make sure you get the best price, and they're going to meet you where you're at in terms of technology and language and really everything else. Anyways, tap the link in the description, check them out, and if you happen to pick them up, if you happen to get some hosting from Web Hosting Canada, come back to the video and leave me a comment, let me know. Be really happy to know what your experience with them is, because I've had nothing but positive experiences. So thanks for watching, and remember to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next video.